And one of the approaches, of course, is, and we've seen this before in China, is testing an entire city. In the city of Kashgar, which is in the Xinjiang region, 5 million people being tested. Before we talk about that, let's have a listen to our China media analyst, Kerry Allen, who explains a little bit more about this.
China says that there's a new outbreak of COVID-19 in a city called Kashgar in the northwest of the country. This is in a region called Xinjiang, and the city of Kashgar has a population of 4.7 million people. Everybody in this city is now going to be tested for COVID-19 because in the last 48 hours, the authorities have announced that 138 people have tested positive. This is a huge number of people compared to previous local outbreaks in the country, and interestingly, none of them have symptoms. But China has been mass testing communities as soon as anybody tests positive for the virus, as it knows that it can take time for symptoms to develop. The government says that the first patient to test positive was a 17-year-old villager who lives in a multi-ethnic settlement composed mainly of Uyghurs and other ethnic minorities. Her family members have tested negative, but her parents work at a clothes factory, and because they are close contacts, they were also tested, and 137 members of staff showed positive results. So, they have now gone into isolation, and a number of nurseries, primary and secondary schools have closed in the city for the time being, but shops are going to remain open. And this testing drive is expected to finish tomorrow. Yes, the government is hoping that 4.7 million people can be tested within 2 days. Now, China proved that this was possible 2 weeks ago when it tested 9 million people in the city of Qingdao. But there are concerns about this testing drive. After all, we only have the government's word really to go on these people carrying the virus. And there have been criticisms on an international scale for years about unnecessary surveillance and data gathering on residents in the Xinjiang region, particularly when it concerns the country's Uyghur ethnic minority.
Well, that was our China media analyst,